And this is a competitive strategy game where each player is going to be playing as a different faction with a different leader and different creatures that you're going to be using to your advantage. The main board is created by combining two boards together, with each side being associated with whichever faction you're choosing to play. And there are going to be a whole bunch of different factions to choose from, each with their own board, which will create a lot of different permutations of the boards that you'll be playing on, as well as the different decks and leaders that you'll be getting for each of these factions, each with their own unique weaknesses and strengths. But each of these different boards will have 3 different portals where the player of that side will be summoning their creatures, and in order to win the game you need to defeat the portals of your opponents. Players will always be drawing back up to a hand of 5 cards at the start of their turn, but they'll also be gaining some energy as well, which they'll be spending in order to activate the different cards in their hand. Players are going to have 2 different cards to work with. There's the creature cards, which you'll be using to summon creatures out onto the board. Then there are the spell cards, which will have different effects and different boosts that you can use in conjunction with other actions or creatures. Each creature can also have different passive abilities or abilities that you'll need to activate, and when a creature is out on the board, using those abilities is completely free and does not cost an action. But of course, using that creature will exhaust it and you won't be able to use their ability again until the following turn. Each player will also have a creature that acts as the leader, and the leaders work very similar to the other creatures. You'll be summoning them out onto the board, but the difference here is that when they are defeated and removed from the board, they go into a cooldown area until you can deploy them again. But when they are out on the board, they also act as a summoning portal where you can summon other creatures adjacent to your leader. The game continues like this, with players spending energy to activate their cards in order to manipulate the board until one player has defeated all 3 portals of their opposing player, and then that player wins the game. And if this one sounds interesting to you, you can find links to the campaign in the description below.